Hi guys, it is me, Bishop Jeff from Camp Gilgal TV. Wonderful moment and blessed community of Camp Gilgal TV. May the Lord bless you. Welcome once more, community of Camp Gilgal TV. May God bless you. It is a wonderful moment to serve you, and I enjoy serving you. That is the aim of our community. I must be at your service to help you to understand the mystery of the Bible. Today it is opinion, principle, and / the covenant. Today we are in a seventh covenant. It is the Davidic covenant. Davidic covenant. One of the blessed one. My two favorite. First one is the Abrahamic one, and the second one is the Davidic covenant. I need to say something before I go deep to my briefing of giving you the Davidic covenant. It was given in a time of the Mosaic covenant. David is one of the few characters of the Bible. If you want to learn about them from a Mosaic covenant, you need to study Hebrew chapter 11. You see their names have been mentioned there, who really assimilate, understood very well the covenant of under Mosaic one and arrived to apply it, and God was with them, and they see the blessing of the Lord. Now, the Davidic covenant is based on the second book of Samuel, chapter 7, verse 16 to verse 17. The Davidic covenant, you can start it from verse 8 of chapter 7 of second book of Samuel, upon which the future kingdom of Christ, of the seed of David, according to the flesh, was promised. That is Romans chapter 1, verse 3, and was to be founded and provided for David. It was to be found on David and to be provided in David. I want to tell you something very interesting. Under the Abrahamic covenant, the tribe was chosen, and the tribe is the tribe of Judah. But under the Davidic covenant, a family has been chosen of the tribe of Judah, and that family is the family of Jesse, and under the house of David, because Jesse have multiple sons, but David was chosen that the line of the Messiah will come, and Christ will come through David, and that's why Jesus is of the seed of David. Number one is the promise of prosperity in the Davidic house. In the house of David, God has promised prosperity. They will be prosper and they will be blessed. Number two is a throne symbolic of royal authority is been promised to David forever. The throne will be in the house of David forever. Number three is a kingdom of rule on earth. A kingdom will be rule on earth. That is, Jesus will be as a king of that kingdom, and it will be ruled on earth here. And if you study eschatology in the details, you will understand about the millennium kingdom. Number four is a sanctity of fulfillment. The promise was going to be fulfilled, and that will be fulfilled in the house of David. When you read verse 16 of second book of Samuel, chapter 7, it says, shall be established forever. It is an assurance that the Lord is given to David. It will be established forever. And that was provided to David. Now, when you see his son who took after him, can I show you something? David, the Israel kingdom will never ever arrive to that level, the height of prosperity that and the power and glory David brought to the kingdom. kingdom which was culminated in a time of King Solomon. And Solomon's name is peace, and they stay in a peaceful moment. During all this time, the people of Israel enjoy peaceful moment. They didn't do war, and they have a prosperity. Now, Solomon, whose birth God predicted, when you read verse 12 of that chapter 7, God prophesied and predicted that the birth of Solomon was not promised a perpetual seed. Solomon was not promised a perpetual seed. You need to keep that. I will say about it in brief, but you need to be very, very attentive when I'm talking about it. But only that which was promised to Solomon forever, it was not a seed, but this one. Number one, which was promised to Solomon, is he will build a house for my name, which means he will build a house for the Lord. That's why the first temple of the Jewish people was built by King Solomon. That is verse 13. When you read in that same chapter, in verse 13, chapter 7 of second book of Samuel, you will understand that. Now, number two is his kingdom will be established. That is verse 12 of chapter 7. His kingdom will be established. And King Solomon's kingdom was really established by the Lord himself, and he was so powerful that you need to understand that. Number three is his throne, royal authority will endure forever. The throne, the same as it was promised to David, it will endure forever. But the difference here is Solomon was not promised the seed, but David was promised the seed. Number four is if Solomon sinned against God, he will be chastised but not deposed. That's why you see in the time of Solomon, the kingdom was not divided because God chastised him, but he was not deposed. But in the time of his sons, the kingdom was divided in two. The kingdom was divided in two. And by the way, because the throne, now listen to me very carefully, the throne was promised to Solomon for perpetuity or eternal. That is why, that is the same promise that was promised to his father David. That is why the kingdom of Judah has only one dynasty. But the kingdom of Israel, after the kingdom was divided, has 9 dynasty. 9 dynasty, which I mean of different kings. That was Solomon have one dynasty. That means from David to Solomon. After Solomon, his son. After the son, grandson. Also, David was seated in the throne, because from that throne, that way Jesus will come also seated in that throne as a seed of Israel, of David. Now, hear this. Because Solomon sinned and he was kind of disqualified to have his seed to be seated to come through the line of the Messiah. Then King David have also other sons. His sons in the name of Nathan is the father of Mary. I mean, not direct father, but Mary came from the line of Nathan, who is a direct son of David. Now, Joseph came from the line of Solomon, which also is direct son of David. But Solomon seated on the throne because he took after the father directly. Nathan never seated on the throne. He was just a prince, but as a prince, he also has elected in a line of David, of Christ. Now, Solomon, as he sins and he was disqualified, then because he's seated only on the throne, but the line of Christ, he was disqualified on the line of Christ. That's why Nathan, who never seated in a throne, but his daughter Mary carried Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Now, Joseph, because his father, grandfather, seated in the throne, became, let me use in our language of today, a stepfather of Jesus. And because of Joseph, Jesus has a right of the throne which Solomon did seated. But because of Mary, Jesus is the direct seed of David by flesh. I hope you catch that. I hope you understood that. One of Solomon's descendants, when you read it in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 22, verse 28 and 30, he sinned and he was disqualified. That's why he cannot be seated there. When you read Matthew chapter 1, verse 6 and 16, you will see that Mary's name is there, not of the line of Solomon or of Joseph. That's why Jesus is the seed of David. God bless you. This is the Davidic kingdom covenant, and we thank God, and I hope you understand. If you're not yet subscribed, keep subscribing and like the video before you close it. God bless you. Share the link for the people to understand the mystery of the kingdom and of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. God bless you. See you soon.